Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another review here. This time of Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. We're just going to call it Aquaman 2 because that's a weird title. The sequel to Aquaman, which came out in 2018. Sorry, Chester's moving the camera. Such a good boy. He's resting. He likes to watch. Yeah. Anyways, the sequel to Aquaman that came out in 2018. We're getting this, 5 years later? It's finally a sequel. Once again, directed by James Wan. This one is about, the guy, Black Manta from the first one, is naughty again, and he's hypnotized by some weird trident, and Aquaman and his brother have to go save the day. This movie's not good. If that sounded very generic and something you've seen 100,000 times before, it's because you have seen this 100,000 times more, including basically the first movie, because except that he doesn't team up with his brother in the first movie, he's fighting his brother in the first movie. This movie's not very good. As I was watching this, honestly, I was like, what I liked about the first one, and I'll talk about it in my review with the other one, James Wan is creative, and he has lots of beautiful shots, long shots and such like that. This movie has nothing of that. This movie is literally just generic, even in the way it's filmed. There's nothing exciting about this movie. It doesn't even feel directed by James Wan. I feel like another situation similar with the Zack Snyder situation with Justice League kind of happened, where someone else came in and directed half of this movie. It just doesn't feel like a James Wan movie. The acting in this movie, I mean, Jason Momoa does great. Patrick Wilson does great. Dolph Lundgren's barely in this movie. Willem Dafoe was not in this movie at all. Nicole Kidman's barely in this movie. Literally no one's in this movie except Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson, really. Randall Park is in... Is it Randall Park? I forget. The one guy, you guys know who he is. He's also in Ant-Man the Wasp and WandaVision. He's in this movie. He's all exposition dump, essentially, and has just some terrible lines that he has to give. So even he comes off as terrible. He's a good actor. There's a lot of henchmen that work with Black Mamba. They're absolutely terrible in this, and part of it is just, I don't even blame them. It's the things that they're saying. The writing in this movie, the dialogue is absolutely atrocious. There is poop and pee and butt jokes just throughout this movie. The humor is terrible in this movie. If you're worried about Amber Heard, she is in the movie. She's in it more than I actually thought she was going to be. I think I read today that she has a total of 11 lines and has 20 minutes of scenes in the movie. She doesn't have a whole heck of a lot to do. She definitely feels like she was kind of written out and replaced by other characters and such. But yeah, she's even worse than she was in the first one. She's absolutely horrendous in this movie. She feels like she is just off in La La Land. With the visuals in this, the first one had some really cool looking visuals. It had some visuals, and then it had just completely bad visuals. This movie is more just and bad. There's some really crappy stuff in here. There's some stuff that looks like a video game. It doesn't look great. There's a lot of bad stuff. Some really bad visual effects in this movie. And yeah, the story is just that this movie is also sponsored by Guinness, because there is more Guinness product placement in this movie than stinking Adam Sandler has freaking Hooters crap in his other movies. It's obnoxious product placement in this movie that I could not stand. What else can I say about this movie? I did see this in IMAX. I also said the best possible way possible. I got a free IMAX ticket. I'm with Regal, and they give you free IMAX ticket if you go see it in IMAX. So I did. The IMAX didn't help it. This movie also was really boring. Hear me talking about it, and I'm yawning. It was really boring. I checked my watch quite a bit. I was ready for this movie to be done. I just wanted to go home. I did watch this on Christmas. That was stupid of me. Why you gotta do that to me, TV? Why is my TV gotta be stupid? Where's my remote? Right there. I did see this on Christmas Day. That was a mistake. This was not a good Christmas movie to watch. I should have went and saw something else. But yeah, it's just super generic and just really stupid stuff. Also, there is this octopus character. He becomes like this side character and does stupid crap. It's so stupid. This movie also feels like part of the movie is missing. I kind of feel like this movie is only 2 hours long. The first Aquaman was 2 hours, 20 minutes. I feel like there was like another mandate where the movie had to be like 2 hours or less. That's what this movie feels like, that it was mandated to be a certain length. Because it just, like, there's a scene where they're like breaking into a place and they broke in. You didn't see how they broke in. They just broke in. Okay. Scenes like that happened in this movie. There isn't end credits in this. It's really stupid. It's literally a scene from the movie with like 30 seconds added onto it that's kind of stupid and disgusting, and it's not funny. It's just dumb. That's the biggest issue I think I have with this movie is just the humor. It's so bad. It is so bad. It just does not work. Lots of conveniences in this movie too. Just so many things happen just to happen, and this movie was just very frustrating for me. I like James Wan. I like Jason Momoa. I like Patrick Wilson. I like Nicole Kidman. There's a lot of good that should have happened in this movie, and it just didn't work out. Again, me yawning. I don't want to. This movie makes me bored. I'm bored just talking about this movie. It is just generic and it's not good. Again, it doesn't even feel like a James Wan movie. I don't know what happened here. I hope in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, there's a documentary on this entire DCEU, because we started with Man of Steel, which was as far as like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff go. Then we went to Batman vs. Superman, and then we went to Suicide Squad, and then we went to Wonder Woman, which went whoop, and then we went to Justice League, which went, and then we went to whatever came after that. Again, at this point, I don't remember. Aquaman, which went, and then we went to Shazam, which went, and then we went, and it's frustrating. It would be just really interesting to see how all this went down. What am I going to give this movie? At the end of the day, I don't think this movie is terrible. It's fine. I don't hate that I've watched it. It's like a 4 out of 10 for me. Could this movie be like in my top 10 of the year? Top 10 worst of the year? Possibly. I'm trying to think other terrible movies, but this is not a good movie. It's borderline bad for me. I'm not going to say it's like a 3 out of 10. It's not in the red. Like, I enjoyed this more than Wonka. Oh, that's the other thing I have to say. There is a villain to the villain in this movie. He literally speaks one line, and it's nothing. And it's so stupid. Really bad, like, side villain in this movie that's absolutely terrible. I'm starting to go bald. Look at that. Like, you can see more of my forehead every time we see me. But anyways, guys, enough about my hair. This movie's not good. 4 out of 10. It's fine. I liked it better than some other movies that came out this year. That's for sure. Yeah. That's the end of my review, I guess, guys. We've gone on a long time about this one. I'm obviously very frustrated by this movie, and I just... Thank you, Chester. Chester says it's time to be done and time to snuggle. So yeah, guys, I hope you have a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay safe, all that jazz. We'll see you next time.